How are we there, guys, and welcome to the final episode of the year of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh, as always, joined by Benny. How are you, mate?
I'm very good. It's been a good fucking week.
Yeah, it's been a good week. Been a great week, football week, leading into my final week of friggin' work of the year, which is fantastic.
Well, I got a week in a bit.
You get a much extended you get a much extended break compared to me. So,
Wow. To be fair, I was meant to originally start back on the 11th, but now I'm starting back on the 10th. But I'll be in New South Wales.
Yeah, well, I'll be well and truly into work mode by that stage. 4th for me, so I only get pretty much a 2 weeks, which is better than a kick in the teeth, I suppose. So I'll take that. But as I said, it is our final show of the year. A little bit of a Christmas special, as you can see, by obviously my little outfit that I've donned this afternoon.
And he buys it in green, knowing full well that it will not work on a green screen.
Looks better than yours. I can clearly see blue behind you.
No, you can see blue through me.
Well, through you. I can definitely see it through.
The advantages of having, proper lighting.
Absolutely. All things we can hope for in 2022.
Well, they know it's green.
Welcome to everyone who has joined us so far. Who we got in here? Noopy's joined us. Lukey is about. How you going, mate? And hey, lads from... I can't read that, unfortunately, because it's in bloody blue. It's Crewmape. Welcome. That blue is friggin' smashing on the back of that blue drop.
Because inverts, I think, Twitch colours. So
yeah, exactly right. But welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone who will hopefully join the show. As we said, it is our final one for the year. Plenty to talk about, from the A-League to world football, to the women's game as well. So as we've touched on already, Christmas not too far away. So we're going to get your thoughts as well. What do you guys want for Christmas? We're going to get you guys involved. We want 3 things off you guys. What's the 3 things you want from Christmas? It can come as presents. It could be for your
that's right. It's fucking money.
Your local It's there you go, Matty.
It's Matty. He's changed his name. He did mention it to me the other day.
No, there you go. I was going to say, as I said, it can be presents. Everyone's, it's not Christmas unless you get your friggin' Africa pack from courtesy of Lynx. It could be.
Well, I haven't had those since about my early 20s. From my early 20s, it changed from a Lynx Africa pack to a Brute pack.
Mate, you've missed out. You're missing out.
No, I enjoy Brute.
You old man.
No, I've always had a thing for Brute.
No,
I love it. So does the missus.
No, to be honest.
So does the missus.
Yeah, to be honest, I've had a fair bit of Brute myself, to be honest. I don't mind their shaving cream and their friggin' shower gels and shit lights. Yeah, nice.
I love the aftershave, the old school original, mate.
Exactly right, mate. But yeah, as we said, we'll get your thoughts throughout the show. What's your thoughts? It could be Jets win. It could be your local football team. For me, it's hopefully to see Derby get off the bottom. That'd be nice. Couple of games before Chrissy to make that happen. That'd be fantastic. 9 points, it'd be good out of the final 3.
Well, I already know one, and I've already got it.
Oh yeah, what's that?
A new processor for my computer, which I bought for myself already.
That's not cool for you. Buying your own shit, and that's pretty shit.
Nobody else is going to spend $1,200 on it. It's expensive. I don't expect them to spend $1,200. That's my Christmas present to me.
Welcome, Sarah. Sup, boys? Elliot, welcome, mate. Hey, boys. Happy end of year show. Yeah, cheers, mate. Same to you.
Still waiting on a right foot for you.
Yeah, I did see that. Anyway, we're going to get into it. We'll kick it off with the A-League. Match day 4 was a good one. Some interesting games, interesting results. None other than the Jets. Let's be honest, I predicted a win, but not a 4-0 win.
So did I. Not a 4-0 though.
The boys look good, which we'll touch on, obviously. Melbourne City getting over Perth 1-0. Western United getting over Brisbane 1-0. Adelaide and Melbourne, typical rivalry. The original rivalry, it was an absolute clacker. It went to the final whistle, which was good. And yes, just in general, it was a pretty good game to watch for a neutral. Western Sydney getting done again. Happy days. MacArthur looking the goods this season. I think I was like the only person who tipped them. I think me and one other in the tipping comp, so I'll take that. And the big
I'm
one,
sitting sixth.
the big one, obviously Central Coast over Sydney.
No, fucking hell, Shitney, you let me down.
I think it's 4 in a row. I don't think Sydney have won in 4. That's that's interesting. I don't think they've won all season.
Yeah, no.
So
I don't think they have. I know Brisbane are on the bottom.
yeah. But yeah, a few good results there. None other than the Jets over Wellington. It was a great performance. As we said, we skim over the other games because let's be honest, they're not important. It's all irrelevant, especially 4 weeks into the season. But the Jets game itself was interesting.
Fuck, what a clanger!
It was interesting. For me, it was Duncan in goals, Hoffy, Elsie, German, Manane, the banana, I like to call him. Gussie Thurgate, O'Doherty gets in there, Bamal, Penner, Yule, and Becker, Mr. Becker, Mekatatsi.
Mekatatsi.
Look the goods. It was a good lineup. It is pretty much one of the, the best 11, somewhat. There's definitely talk. You could probably put Ingham in the back line there somewhere. Then you're obviously looking at the youngsters that haven't been given their chance yet, your Lucases and stuff like that. But it was a pretty strong lineup to start off with. Wellington's lineup wasn't that friggin' bad either.
Nah, they were missing a few.
But it's just weird, man. Wellington just, I don't know. They fathom me, to be honest, because they don't tackle.
No.
They go like 90 minutes without making a tackle. They're just not willing to go in. It's just weird. Sometimes it pays off, which is even funnier. Like we watch it when it pays off, and it's just sort of like, wow, they won the game without even making a tackle. Somewhat. So that was interesting. What do we got here in the chat before we get any further? I don't know. I'm just glad I don't have work Xmas Day for the first time in 10 years. Winning. Go to Newcastle Jets. Great evening on Friday in the Jets women 5-1. Yeah, we'll touch on the girls as well. Absolutely great result. I missed the game due to moving house. Absolutely spewing.
Oh!
Yeah, that's gutting. That's shit, that is.
I watched both.
It was great to be at McDonald Jones Stadium.
I'm glad I fucking did.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it would have been...
Friday was a good day. I got told by numerous people to go and buy a fucking lottery ticket. I had all the luck on Friday.
All the luck. So it would have been a great game to watch. As I said, if anyone's got any photos from the game, be sure, whack them on the page and that. We love to see that sort of shit.
We do.
It's good, and, for currently, soon to be only Ben, not being able to get there nearly every second week. It's good, obviously, to sit there and go, shit, what we're missing, what I'm currently missing out on, what Ben's going to miss out on week in, week out. So,
no different from me.
Love to see it. It's good stuff. But yeah, look, the game itself was entertaining. Makatatsi with the double, 32nd and then the 52nd minute.
Fucking called he'd score first too.
Correct. The banana.
And I've got the podcast VOD to prove it. Not the podcast, the stream VOD to prove it.
Very true, yes. The banana got in there at the 69th minute with a good one, and Panna finally got off the... No hat-trick from what I've been... a lot of people were calling for the hat-trick a couple of weeks ago, but,
Yeah, man, I seen Vandy called you out.
Yeah. Called me out. Yeah. For everyone playing at home, I again... Every team's got one, and it's usually, and I'm only talking from internationals, the locals and stuff like that. For me, don't count into this regards. They're the ones that you pay good money for and stuff like that, and get them on loan to do the job. I said Panna will probably be the flop of the season. Again, we're 4 weeks into the season. He finally scored a goal. He's been creative over the last 2 weeks, which is good to see. No questions about that. A couple of assists and so forth, right positions, happy days. We'll see what happens throughout the season. At the end of the day, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
At the end of the day, you've opened your mouth and you want to be proven wrong.
Yeah, look, whatever. Yeah, as I said, if he comes out and he freaking has a blinder all season, leading goal scorer, or freaking leads in assists and player of the year for the Jets, like shit, am I going to sit there and freaking, go, well, whatever. Like, it's a good thing regardless.
I'd be that sort of bloke that would re-comment on that 12 months down the line and go, hey, I'll happily put my hands up and say that, hey, I was wrong.
100%.
And I'm glad that I am.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest problem, right? And this is what we get, right? This is 100%. Every year it's the same thing. Every Jets every Jets fan can't sit there and tell me that they haven't gone into a season and gone, he's going to be the flop, he's trash, he's shit, and then freaking gets proven wrong, right? It happens.
There's always going to be a difference of opinion.
It happens. If he gets injured, though, shit could change very quickly, right?
He could pull a Vargas.
He could pull a Vargas, absolutely. So, look, as I said, time will tell, and as Ben said, freaking, mate, if he comes out and has a blinder of a season, freaking whoop-de-doo. I'll eat me words and I'll go, yep, cool. I said he'd flop this season, and fuck, I'm glad he didn't. Because at the end of the day, if he doesn't flop, he potentially helps us to get to the finals where we need to be and where we should be. So, yeah. What else we got in here? It was great. Robbie Thompson is a good commentator. Happy Mad Satan.
I don't mind his commentary, to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It's something new. It's something different.
Yep. Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Lucas, what up?
And he's not a twat.
He's not a twat. So I was going to say. So, yeah, anyway. We were pretty much all over him. It was pretty dominant performance for us. 61% possession to 39. 18 shots to 11. 9 shots on target to 4. Look, the list goes on. The passing was ridiculous. We smashed him in that.
The passing accuracy is
it's
the big thing this year.
And that's what it comes down to, right? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many mistakes. Wellington were nowhere near good enough. They were hardly in the game, but their percentage of passing was almost as good as ours. Right?
Yeah.
So they made, nearly 300 less passes than we did. But all of those 300 plus 372 passes were almost
at an 81% accuracy.
Yeah. Almost the equivalent of us, nearly 200 odd friggin' passes in front, and we're only a couple of percent in front. So that should be technically higher. We should be passing at nearly 90 odd percent with the amount of passes that we're at.
Yeah, I think 85 has been one of our lowest so far.
Yeah. So.
But what it does show is that even though Wellington, when in possession, can pass the ball, we're right on their ass and we're taking it from their feet.
Yeah. There's
that ability and drive to win the ball back high up the pitch and quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We didn't give them too much opportunity to settle on a ball.
Yeah. Luckily, I think as well, luckily for us, we didn't get pressed a lot in the defensive line, for me, which...
Yeah, which is why we got the clean sheet. Once we got the 2 goals and went ahead, I was just like, right, boys, you got to go the one better now. Fuck the goals, don't worry about them anymore. All I want's a clean sheet.
Yeah, even
no mistakes in the back. Defend. I want a clean sheet.
Even going in at 1-0 at half-time.
Yeah.
It was game over. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we were all over him.
There's no way Pappas would have gone into half-time there friggin' ecstatic. He would have been
That is probably the best performance I've seen from the Jets since the 8-2 win on the Central Coast. Yeah. I've not seen the Jets be so dominant in a game until that game against the Knicks. We were all over it. We're riding high. Everything was there.
It's hard.
And everything just fell into place.
Yeah. Look.
But hey guys, just because it's happened once, don't expect it next week.
I think the biggest thing as well is it's easy to look at a game like that, especially like your 8-2 victory and stuff like that. But the biggest problem was the two teams that we played against in those fixtures weren't in the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest problem. Like, yes, it was probably a good performance shooting wise. The amount of shots we had on target, the amount of how forward we went as well. How much we were driving pardon me, how much we were driving forward, which was fantastic to see. The game against Sydney for me was pretty good. You know, I mean, I think
we played well.
I think we played well against Sydney, tactically, and against the strong side as well, which was good to see.
Yeah, I think it's just more.
But
Sydney are sort of that class above with a manager that knows how to nullify that.
Yeah.
Whereas Tale's still learning. Well, sort of. He's been in the gig nearly 2 years, but he's still fresh as a manager. He may or may not know how to, maybe with the players that he's got, or have a plan to adapt from what he has. So it's very much in the way that the Jets used to be. We had our game plan, we stuck to it. If we needed to do something to nullify the attack, there was not a plan B.
Yeah.
It was just play the way that we keep going and then just fucking open up the net.
Yep.
Whereas I think Wellington is sort of in that conundrum now that we were a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Ingham looked good, I think, as well, coming off the bench. I think he looked good.
I think he's a much better option off the bench.
I was just about to say, it probably suited him a little bit better than to come off the bench, to be fair.
I mean, for now, yes. It's something that I'll probably reassess midway through the season.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be that battle. You're going to get that battle between him and Hoffy.
But yeah, no, that was pretty good. Bramall was solid as usual. He just looks so good on the ball and stuff like. He's just in the right spots at the right time.
He's not gonna be the banging goal scorer.
No,
not at all.
No,
and you know what? The average Jet fan is going to judge it based on goals.
Yeah, he'll score. He'll set up plenty, and I think every goal he scores will be exciting. I think that's pretty much what we're going to see from him.
He's the bloke that's going to pull the rabbit out the hat.
Yeah, the half volley off the chest and friggin'
the half volley off the chest, or the one that nobody's expecting against the run of play.
Yeah, Mikotadze looked good. I think it was probably definitely his best performance, even regardless of the goals. I think he looked very active, and
I'm telling you now, he is not a traditional number 9.
No, definitely not.
He drops so deep.
Yeah.
To win that ball back.
It'd be interesting to see.
And he always wants to be in the build-up.
Yeah.
It's almost like we play the 4-3-3, but we're playing a 4-3-3 false 9.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get a kick up the bum, but he probably definitely got a speaking to in regards to, come on, you need to give something. Because he was pretty flat for me over the last couple of weeks. He wasn't shit. It wasn't sort of going, oh my god, he was trash. But his involvement, you know what I mean? He just is where.
His involvement was there. It's just we don't notice it because it was happening deeper on, deeper in the pitch.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, what else we got? You played well as well. You all done really well. O'Doherty was quiet for me, but again, probably fair considering the action was further up the pitch. No different to Gus, you know what I mean? He was able to have a pretty quiet match because
O'Doherty's still finding his feet in the system.
Oh, 100%. Totally agree. And as I said, it was probably a good thing for Gus to be able to sort of just chill out a little bit and just relax and not be needed and not to push as much as he's had to in the last couple of weeks. So
yeah, he can sort of sit back on that.
Yeah, sit back, chill out, and have a bit of a breather. The back line was solid, which was good. Again, helped when Wellington didn't really push as hard as they probably should have.
Yeah.
Which gave the back line a bit of a breather and not have to friggin' stress too much about what's going on at the top of the 18-yard box. Yeah, again, the corners were good as well. In regards to defending, they had six chances off corners, and I don't think they really had much of a chance off any of them. So, the defending was on point. So you take that.
To be fair though, as a Jet supporter, when we get an opposing set piece, the bum always goes squeaky. Always.
Yeah. If you think we've missed anything before we wrap this up with the Jets, let us know your thoughts. As I said, some of you were there. You know, if there's anything else, what your thoughts are with some of the players and everything else. I think Pappas is, he's getting the boys firing. You know what I mean? Like he's doing the right things. Even then, at the start of the season and stuff like that, I'm probably still not sold 100%. Whether Pappas was the right move or not, that's just me being a friggin', Jets fan since day one and just not expecting miracles. Not expecting too much, because at the end of the day, it either friggin' shits in your hand or.
Arthur is a very all or nothing manager.
Yeah, absolutely, he is.
It's all forward, and we're either going to really win, or we're going to really lose.
Yeah.
That's just the mentality. Oh, okay, I'll take a drink. That he's got with the style of play that he's trying to implement. We're either going to win big or we're going to lose big.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the perspective for me. There's no doubt he's a forward-thinking manager. He wants to go forward at all times, push and grind as long as they possibly can.
Some of the hold-up play was fucking fantastic.
It was fantastic. It was really good to watch. Yeah. What do we got here? I rate Canner's experience when he's had a full pre-season. He was amazing for 6 weeks till something else broke. Canner. Good old Canner. Fucking hell.
He's just breaking down.
Where in the world is Ben Kanarowski?
We've got a new game for you.
Yeah, far out.
If Roy O'Donovan can drive up, well, he's probably still living in Newcastle, but if Roy O'Donovan can put a suit on and go sit in a corporate box to watch the game, where in the Hunter is Ben Kantarowski?
Yeah. Look, it's interesting. I'm sure friggin' I get plenty of stick for that shit as well, friggin' in regards to Ben Kantarowski and la la la. Again,
we just want to know what's going on.
As a Jets fan, again, since day one and shit like that, and, I've known Ben Kantarowski since, I've known about him since his school days, right?
Yeah.
I've friggin' played against him during school. So I've always known how good he was and stuff like that, and there is no secret. He's the longest serving Jets player. No one's played more games than Ben Kantarowski, right? He's the captain. He should be the captain of the squad, essentially. But he's obviously not fit and everything else, so fair enough. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, if he was hopefully going to be fit, and if Pappas thought he was going to be fit enough to sort of do it, you would have given him the coach. You would have given him.
I don't reckon he's got the legs for the system that we're trying to play.
I don't think so either. I think it's too much. I think the injuries, unfortunately, have just freaking caught up with him. Just want to see him on the pitch. You know what I mean? 5 minutes.
The system we play is going to be too intense for him.
No, and that's the biggest thing. At the end of the day, right now, as it stands, I have no idea whether he's fit. I have no idea whether he's training.
He's training.
He's training? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Grant told me he's training.
Okay.
So is Luke now.
He's at training. Yeah, right. Well, there you go. As I said, it's just one of those things, I'll be up in Newcastle in a couple of weeks. I'll go down and watch it.
Yeah. I know he had a niggle at the start of the season.
Yeah, he did. He went all right, and then he sort of got injured again. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we friggin' see him at some point. Because at the end of the day, when he's on, Canner's on. He's as good as any friggin' defensive, friggin' midfielder as far as I'm concerned in the league.
And I think that's another thing that lets him down. He's just very defensive-minded now.
Yeah.
He's very hesitant since he's had those injuries and turned into a very defensive-minded player.
Yep.
Hence why he makes a very good makeshift centre-back.
What do we got here? Terrace Nova Castro are amazing, but they need to coordinate their sideway movements. What do you mean by that? What's the go of the sideways movement? Like just when they're doing their little songs, or?
It's all right. The boys just need to win a few more games so that they hang around.
Yeah, well, as I said, it's
not a dig, but an observation.
No, it's been good. There's been plenty of people I know who have been, as I said, fans for a long time, and there's some there that haven't missed a game yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've travelled to Sydney. They've, got a couple.
Former. Prime example.
Yeah, Fulmer's been around, but a lot of the guys, Chris McPherson, good mate of ours, he's been to the game so far. He's going to go down to Campbelltown this weekend. You know, friggin' he's keen to get on the bandwagon and support them and travel and stuff like that because they're doing good things. So hopefully, when the wheels fall off, whether that's this season, next season, 3 years down the track, you know, let's say we go on a 3-year friggin' super run. You know, when it does friggin' fall off and we have to rebuild, look at Sydney now. You know, Sydney is a massive one to talk about. They're in dire straits. Corica's wheels have started to fall off.
I said this years ago.
Yeah, but it happens. You can't go on Melbourne victory. They struggled last season. Now they've friggin' picked up some momentum and happy days. They're back on the winning bandwagon and so forth. Adelaide are floating about these days. It just happens. It happens. Every club is going to experience it. You can't go on for a decade in a row. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, but I highlighted what Corica's problem was. He can't scout a fucking player to save himself.
Yeah,
he brings back everybody that Graham Arnold had before him because he knows they work.
Yeah.
Once he has to start thinking outside the box to fill those roles, he's fucked. He's useless. I said that years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so they were running into each other and one bloke needed to go to hospital. Yeah, friggin'.
Yeah, Luke, you mentioned that.
Big shout out to Anthony McKenzie, mate. I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
You're doing well, because that it was the gentleman who ended up in the hospital, and he's a top bloke. He
fucking spends enough time in hospital. They shouldn't be doing stupid shit to send him there again.
Same thing though as pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis, yeah. So, big shout out to the guys and everything else who got him.
We love you, Ants.
Got onto the secos and shit like that to friggin' get the ambos and crap like that to help him out and shit like that. But as I said, General Giant, he tries and gets to as many games as he can, and he's had a bit of friggin' health issues and shit over the past. But as I said, wish him a speedy recovery and hope he gets back to a game as soon as possible. But as for the whole crashing into each other, mate, that's What do you put that down to? What do you put that down to? Friggin' maybe 20 beers? I'd hope so. Let's hope it's that. Sydney FC expectations too high. No, it's not too high.
No.
With the squad they've got, you'd expect it to be high, and you expect them to deliver considering their record over the last 5 seasons.
And the squad that they've got, because it hasn't really changed.
Yeah. It's just the fact that, as I said, you just can't go on. You know what I mean?
He's beating a dead horse.
Ninkovic is old. It's probably one thing that some people can play when they're 37, 38. Some can't. And I think he's just run out. He's just
done.
You get to a point in your life where you're just done. You know what I mean? Like, could have what's his name?
Ninkovic is best suited now off the bench.
Yeah. Could have, what's his name, gone on for friggin' Perth? Oh shit, I've gone blank now.
Keogh?
Keogh. No, not Keogh. The other bloke, fucking the old bloke. He finished up last season. Had a bit of dramas with COVID and shit, cracked the shits, went in his van and chuffed.
Diego Castro.
Castro, yeah. I had Crespo in my head for a freaking bit there, and I'm like, it's a long
fucking Crespo, mate. Two completely different fucking classes there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're thinking about the same Crespo I am.
I'm like, it was along those lines. But, someone like him,
about 20 years apart from each other.
He knew. No, but the variation of name, I knew it was in that case.
Yeah.
He knew his time was done. He just went, I'm done. Legs are gone, whatever.
But that was also what happened with Sturridge and all that. Yeah, they kept the door open for him. They found an opportunity that they wanted, and they had to pounce on it, and he was the casualty of it. He had his chance to pick up his contract again. They wanted him, and he wanted to go back, but he made his decision too late. Tony Sage came out and said that he wanted to come back, and they turned around and said to him, "We filled your spot. We gave you the option. You took too long."
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, it's as we said, some people can do it, and some people can't. I think Corica's at that point now where he needs to let some people go, and
he needs a full rebuild.
He does. He needs
a full. Oh, well, not a full rebuild. He's got some good young players.
Oh yeah,
like that fucking young left back's not bad. But he needs the rebuild
but he also needs the backing from the club to allow him to do that and don't just go.
I think they will
piss off out the door because
I think they will.
That's the thing is if he's given the time to do it, and the realization, like they'll be fine. I mean, like
I think it'll start in the mid-season transfer window.
Yeah. Oh, Van der Sar, you're talking about? You're talking about the right winger, right fullback,
left back.
Oh, left King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Van der Sar.
Yeah. Look at their front line, right? Lafondra, Bobo, Ninkovic, and Burgess. Like Burgess is like nearly 10 years younger than all of them.
Yeah.
Like he's playing in a retirement home. It's like he's come in for a visitation day or whatever it is for the freaking retirees. They're just sort of getting on in a bit and,
No different to playing up front with fucking Diamanti and fucking Barisha, let's be honest.
Big difference, though. Friggin' how much flair and movement do you see Ninkovic and friggin' Lafondra do these days? Not too many.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it, Luke? Let's trade in first team football every week to go be nowhere to be seen at Sydney. Fucking wage thief.
What do we got here? I spilt me overpriced hot chips when the Jets scored their third. I think what they need to do is the crisscross thing in different rows. Yeah, but they used to do that. Them chips, who does the pricing? $6.12. $6.12.
Fuck, can you pay in Bitcoin?
Is that with your discount?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Is that with your discount? $6.12? No. You're kidding me. How's the new lager? How's the new beer? I'm hanging. I can't wait. Mate, that's the best thing. That's the best news I've heard in a long time about the Jets.
Yeah! And the first comment I saw on it and laughed was Dills.
Yeah.
The first thing he said was, is it going to be full strength or mid strength? And I just went, oh, because where is the only stadium in the A-League that you can get full strength beer?
Yes, with
ladies and gentlemen,
with the discount.
Amy Park.
$6.12 with the discount. Fuck.
That's why it's an odd number.
Man, that is so expensive for chips. Shit. No, well, that's just, eat beforehand.
Doesn't matter. When you're fucking pissed, you don't care how much it costs.
No, you do. Trust me, especially in a stadium.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I don't.
I hate paying overpriced.
I don't go to football. I don't go to football days, mate, counting my pennies. Because I'll always come home disappointed, even if we win.
What are the beers like? The beers are the big one. What's the beer prices like? Alcohol was served in cans. You got the can.
I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
They gave you the can.
I didn't think they were allowed to do that.
Mate, that's the best. No, mate, that just made the new beer even better. If they gave that
no, it's craft beer, mate.
No, but I'm saying, if they've given that to you, new beer is fantastic. Every time they bring in some new beer, that's happy days.
They're not allowed. I didn't think they were allowed to give out cans.
Can of Canadian Club. So they didn't.
I didn't think they were allowed to give out cans because they can be thrown and cause damage, especially if they're full.
So they actually, so there was no plastic.
That's why you get everything in plastic cups.
Wow. That's fantastic. Well, I never really get, I get the whole idea of it, as you said, but I never really got the fathom of, it's just wasting money. Putting something from a tin into a freaking bloody cup.
It's purely for safety.
In cans. In the NRL, they serve it in cans. You think they might... Mate,
it is purely for safety reasons.
If they've ditched the friggin' cups, I am freaking ecstatic because there's nothing better.
Yeah, you buy Traveller so you can go out to the stadium with it.
No, it's just much easier to friggin' hold 4 cans without paying 50 cents or 80 cents or whatever it is these days for a fucking cup than it is to try and friggin' hold 4 cups that are open, fully open, easy to spill.
It is a skill. It is a skill.
Crack the top of the friggin' can and push them in together and that, no problem. You spill next to nothing. 4 cups without a cup tray, you're in serious trouble.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They can't give you the can unless it's opened either. They have to crack them.
$4.80 for a bottle of Mount Franklin water.
You pay more for a bottle of Mount Franklin here in fucking Amy Park. You think your shit's expensive, come to Amy Park and eat.
Yeah, no, that's
Amy Park is fucking disgraceful. I don't know who does the catering up there.
Had a beer in a can. That's fantastic. Happy days. I'm all for that because the Canadian clubs was cheap. They were like $8 or something for a CC with your membership. $7 for a Magnum ice cream. Oh wow, mate. If I'm going to the footy and I'm taking friggin' ice creams and all that sort of shit, and I'm packing a lunch. I'm packing the cooked chook and everything else and hiding it below me jumper and shit like that.
Yeah, go sit on the Southern Hill then.
Absolutely. Anyway.
Go sit, if you want to do that, go sit on the Southern Hill and fucking roll out your picnic rug.
Yeah, why the hell not? Family day. Beautiful.
Football's not for family day.
No, of course it is. Of course it is.
No.
Oh, family day. You gotta love it.
Because it's the one day I'm allowed to go out and enjoy myself. That's why it's not family day.
What was I going to say?
It's a me day. Football day's a me day.
Totally got off topic, but anyway.
Very much.
So again, good fixture all round. Some interesting results, as we said. Sydney going down, Western Sydney not getting a victory. Western United still looking good. The three Melbourne teams are the ones to beat at the moment. They're almost taking the top 3 spots. So.
And MacArthur.
Yeah, MacArthur's looking pretty tight as well. So table at the moment, MacArthur on top, Melbourne victory, Western United, Melbourne City, respectively. Oh, pardon me. Central Coast, Newcastle Jets. We're in the 6. We're in the 6. Happy days. Western Sydney, Perth Glory, Wellington Phoenix, Adelaide United, Sydney FC, Brisbane Roar at the bottom. As far as I'm concerned, you can virtually scratch Perth Glory out of the whole competition at this point, considering they are about to go home after Christmas and play nearly freaking 7 games at home. Like something ridiculous without travel. So expect some interesting results. I'm surprised, they've only won once. The fact that they've lost
off the ground at 7 games at home.
Yeah, the fact that they've only lost 2 games away in all that period is pretty good. You take that.
Yeah.
So and I believe
they're not going to lose too many this season.
No. So Sydney down the bottom, Adelaide down the bottom. Sydney down the bottom is obviously the one that just is bizarre.
Everybody's enjoying.
Yeah, exactly right. Adelaide's probably where I predicted them to be this season. They're not going to go too well.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all pretty stock standard. You know what I mean? It's probably other than MacArthur, I think they're probably a couple of places, not too many, but a couple of places higher than probably what they expect.
Nice to see for once the Jets have got a positive goal difference.
Yeah, MacArthur, the only side not to lose a game. So
yeah, they will though.
Oh, it'll happen.
They will.
It'll happen. Yeah,
they're not playing overly spectacular.
Yeah. The fact that we haven't lost a game since the coast is impressive. Is good for us.
Yeah.
That'll be
we haven't lost a game since round 1.
That'll be a cracker. 15th of Jan down there. It's going to be on. We'll be well and truly. As I said, what did I say about round 6? And that's pretty much roughly it. Well, it'll be at round 8.
We scored the most goals in the league. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, what are we?
Pinch me.
9.
Pinch me.
9 goals, 6 against.
It's a dream. Pinch me.
6 against those. Pretty friggin'. Yeah, the only team.
Yeah, that's bang average.
Yeah, the only team that's friggin' conceded more is Wellington, and that only happened because of us pumping.
Yeah, and half of them were us.
Mm.
Who have they got next Sunday?
Who?
MacArthur.
Us. Yeah, Sunday, 4:00.
I don't know about that.
That'd be an interesting game. I'd take a draw.
I'd probably tip a draw.
Before we get off the A League and into the W League, we will go through round 5. Western United, Adelaide, Central Coast, Western Sydney, the Melbourne Derby, Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, Brisbane Roar, Perth, MacArthur, Newcastle, and Sydney, Wellington to round out round 5.
I hope Wellington win that game, and you don't hear me say this very often, but I hope the Mariners beat Western Sydney.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I reckon.
Oh no!
I reckon.
No, you want to beat the Coast. Otherwise, freaking.
No.
You might not get to Boxing Day. You might not see Boxing Day if that happens. Because we play.
Nah. You know why? Because if that's the case, I don't think Carl Robinson will make it to another trip up the Hunter.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. The biggest thing is as well, that doesn't help them is they've got Melbourne City midweek on the 22nd. So they play, I think it's the Saturday the 18th, and then they play Wednesday the 22nd for a rescheduled fixture with Melbourne City, and then they play us on Boxing Day. So it's going to be interesting. If they can't beat the Coast and get beat by City, he won't see him at the Jets. You won't see him in Newcastle. I think that's probably him done dusted.
But if he does win one of those two games, if he wins one of those games and then loses that and then loses to us on Boxing Day, he'll get the ass.
Oh, but
he'll get the ass.
We can only hope. We can only hope that.
I don't hope. I reckon. No. Judging by what I'm seeing come out from the club and how the board are wording certain publications, he's on very thin ice.
Yeah.
He's on very thin ice.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, if we can be the one to friggin' piss him off back to Canada, that'd be nice. But we'll see what happens. The fans, it's all good. It's all good the fans not being happy and shit like that, but at the board back him, well, he'll stay for a bit longer.
Yeah, but how many times have they said, "Oh yeah, we'll back you, and they have their knees cut off? That's the first sign you know you're on fucking thin ice.
Very true.
When the board come out in the media and say, "Oh yeah, we've got you back," exactly. Nah, they don't.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the W League. Another good round this week, round 2. What have we got? Brisbane Roar went down to Perth 1-0. Melbourne City went down to Melbourne Victory, a 10-woman Melbourne Victory. Sydney beat Western Sydney in the Derby 2-0. Adelaide beat Canberra 2-1. Western Sydney, and I don't know why the hell that's there, but it shit me last week. Now it's still there, but anyway. And then obviously our outstanding victory, Wellington were not impressed coming up to the Hunter. They went home pretty crook. 5-1 to the girls, and then obviously 4-0 to the boys.
Yeah, they went home licking their wounds.
It was a great...
Hi, Mary.
How are you, Mary? Sorry. I was looking at this. I wasn't looking at you. My apologies, Mary. What do we got? So, yeah, it was a good performance. The girls looked so good. They did. They were all over the frigging game.
I think the addition of Van Egmond has sent a rocket up a few asses.
But she was the difference.
Her
presence was just felt. You know, she was everywhere. She was in the right spots. It's just going to be a shame that she's only going to be there for a couple of weeks. And you can definitely tell that because one of the guys, whoever the commentator was at the time, he obviously went up to her after the game and asked her, how long are you with us? And she didn't answer it. She's just like, I don't know. She's literally here looking to prep herself for the qualifiers for Asia. They happen in January. So you would imagine that by the end of January, she'll probably be gone. So
she'll head back to the US.
Yeah, so she's probably here for maybe 4 or 5 weeks if we're lucky. In those 4 or 5 weeks, we need to win as much as we can. It'll be a shame if things go downhill once she leaves because it just sort of it's disappointing to say, but would prove obviously how dominant and how much she is needed and is missed in a team. With City, she was fantastic and everything else, which was great. So obviously Fenton's screamer to open the match was, I was struck.
I posted the comment. It's fucking Tessa Tamplin all over again.
That was a fluke. Absolute.
It was Tessa Tamplin all over again. It was literally a carbon copy, and then you flip the mirror image the opposite side.
Yeah.
It was beautiful to watch.
What was I going to say? In a sec.
Yeah, I agree, Luke. Eddie was good. I actually quite like watching her.
Yeah. No, she's quality, Eddie. Marcusson, looked good. Great goal. Tara Andrews with a double and then got ripped.
And then got the rip.
Should have been filthy with that. Harding friggin' finally got a goal. She's been searching for a long time, so to finally get a goal was fantastic for her. And then, unfortunately, it all went undone in the 81st minute when they finally let Ava Pritchard in for a goal. But again, it was clear to see the difference in ability. The New Zealand side are a very young side, right? Very young.
Yeah.
And they're literally a development side. They're like an NPL side battling against A-League girls, let's be honest. So, they're going to take time and everything else, but it's good to see. It's good to see them in the league and, hurry up, Central Coast.
Got to start somewhere. There's no expectations on them.
Exactly right. Claire had an injury, so she was on the bench. Gave the youngster, the goalkeeper there, a good chance to prove herself. What was her name again? Bloody Boric. So
Yeah, she didn't play too bad.
Yeah, it was good. Hannah Brewer had a good game. Edie in the back line was just weird for me. Like she openly said that she'll play anywhere, and
Who's this?
Eddie.
Oh yeah.
She played right back, which was just sort of weird because she's very much attacking minded. But again, she'll play anywhere, and it just proved her versatility because she looked good. She didn't look out of place, which was fantastic as well.
Just quality.
Yeah. But again, when you sort of come in and go, oh, you're going to play sort of in the middle and shit like that, which is probably where she was expected to play. And then Emily Van Egmont walks into the side.
Well, no, she said in her interview that she'll play wherever she's told to play.
But that's what I said.
She had no expectation.
Oh no, she came in. She's like, as she said on the interview, if you want to go back and listen to it, feel free. We've got the audio there on Anchor and so forth. But as she said, they were talking about possibly playing in the attacking side. But as she said she'll play anywhere she's put, and rightly so. She done a good job. What else was good there? Bloody Franco done all right. Friggin' got a chance. Cass Davis, solid as always. Looked really good as well. Lauren Allen, friggin' playing some pretty good football at the moment. Not too sure why she was on the bench tonight, but she come on and done a good job.
Good to see her get a goal.
Yeah. Well, Brodigan and Allen, Gemma House. They come on together, and it was just sort of like, oh shit. Again, it sort of went up another level. It was sort of that. It was starting to go downhill, and they sort of just put those two back up, come on, and then it was like back to normal.
Because they're hungry.
And they were hungry, and that's it. They were definitely fit, and they'd played plenty of football in the last match as well. So, it was good. The girls are doing well. The supporter group's doing well. The biggest thing is now you just need to get fans there. You need to everyone needs to get down there and support them. Double headers like that should be packed. There's no excuse. Just get down there and support the girls. You know what I mean? It's only the women who gives a shit. Piss off, mate. If you support the Jets, you support the name. Get down there.
You support the region.
If you've got a Jets shirt, polo, training top, shorts, tracksuit pants, jacket, whatever it is, mate, you support the badge. Not the 11. The 11 participants out in the pitch.
They play for the badge just as much as you support it.
Exactly right. So, get down there. 2,175 crowd for the girls. That's freaking trash. I don't even know what was the final. Does anyone got the crowd for the men? I'll be intrigued to see what that was because it looked good. The crowd looked alright.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Anyway, we'll move on quickly because we're going to try and wrap it up. What I was going to say, we'll quickly dust over the Premier League.
Next fixtures for the A-League women's first.
Oh, yeah. Shit, sorry, you pushed me. I was like...
Yeah, but I'm fucking... No, that's all right. I'll let Benno's at the wheel.
Match day 3, Western Sydney, Newcastle, Friday the 17th of December. Melbourne
I better get any audio from the girls then.
I was going to say Melbourne City, Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne victory, Perth, Canberra United, and Sydney, Wellington on the Sunday. So, some good fixtures there, which would be fantastic to see. And we'll get beyond the girls on the Friday night down there in Western Sydney. obviously not too many of us are going to get down there on a Friday night, considering the 5 o'clock kickoff and everyone finishing at about 5 o'clock. But be sure, get down to the pub if your local pub's got the friggin' Paramount on there and so forth, and get behind the girls. Before we finish on the A-League and so forth, good job to Paramount. No real dramas this week. They done pretty good. No major errors and stuff like that I noticed.
And that I picked up on, and I'm looking for them.
And I pretty much watched every game. It was pretty good performance. Other than that, moving on. Anyway, be sure to get down and support your local sporting side wherever you are or whoever you support. Premier League. Oh, and don't forget to put your bloody tips in as well. So many people missed out. Didn't put their tips in this week.
It was 6 from 6 till the friggin' West Ham game, then it all went fucking downhill.
Oh, that's with the A-League as well. If you've joined the A-League, Western United Service Crews A-League tipping, jump on that, put them in there.
I'm doing actually surprisingly well in that one.
There's plenty of, surprisingly, there's plenty of Jets fans in there, which is good to see. Trying to take over their friggin' tipping comp. Pardon me. Anyway, let's get into the Premier League. Brentford-Watford, 2-1. Man City over Wolves 1-0, which was an actually cracking game, to be honest.
Two very attacking sides.
Wolves played some pretty good football there. Friggin' unfortunately, Sterling got his 100th goal via penalty, which is pretty shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't have taken the penalty. I'm not scoring my 100th via penalty. I know. It's all you take any goal you get, but come on.
They're working on it, Matty.
Chelsea over Leeds 3-2. Liverpool over Steven Gerrard 1-0, which was a freaking great game. It was probably one of the best games I've watched Villa play in a long time, and it really showed for me how much he has improved that club. I know I'm sure you hate to hear me say that, Ben, but Villa looked so good. They looked dominant. They looked like they wanted to be there and they wanted to win the game.
And that's because Steven Gerrard is a very progressive manager. Dean Smith is not.
Yeah, I think...
Dean Smith is very old school.
Yeah. I also think...
And that's the difference. They were coasting under Smith towards this season. And club notice, what happens? You change it up. You bring in fresh blood. You bring in something new with a more adaptive and modern and forward-thinking style. That you get the results from that.
Yeah. Look, it was interesting to see. I think he's getting a lot out of the players. Ashley Young, friggin' mate, he wasn't playing that type of football fucking 3 weeks ago.
No.
He mustn't have been happy because he looked friggin' on fire. I'm sure he cracked the shits at Stevie when he got the rip because he didn't look like he was playing too bad at football, to be honest.
Yeah.
What else we got? Arsenal friggin' got up out of the Southampton pricks. I tipped a draw in that. I thought Southampton might have friggin' done me a solid.
I figured Arsenal would win because Southampton are playing like dog shit. Yeah, but I know. I figured 1-0 they'd scrape it because Arteta's fucking boring.
Yeah. I just.
But did you see their goal?
Oh yeah.
One of their goals.
Yeah. Screamer.
Fucking pass back to fucking Ramsdale. Ramsdale out. Bang, 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 bang. Goal.
Yeah. Yeah. They played well. They definitely earned the 3-0 victory. Norwich went down to United 1-0, which impressive. Burnley, West Ham, pricks.
Pricks. West Ham have fucking dropped off a cliff.
Yeah, they are starting to drop.
They have done the Leicester. They've dropped off a cliff.
In saying that, though, as well, it doesn't help when the other teams below them are actually playing some decent football at the moment. So that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Leicester friggin' smacked Newcastle 4-0. I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't seeing that coming.
I don't know about Newcastle. I'm just...
I tipped a draw in that. I thought a draw would have been,
I can't remember.
Considering how both clubs were sort of going.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't remember who I tipped.
I wasn't expecting a 4-0 fucking belting.
But Newcastle, as the weeks go on, if I'm not the friggin' top tier sides in the championship, mate, if I'm not wanting to, if this isn't the year that you definitely want to be coming up to the Premier League, I don't know what year is, because you do not want to be in the championship when Newcastle go down. Because unfortunately, just the results aren't there.
what is it? Newcastle, Norwich, and Everton?
Yeah, something.
Newcastle, Norwich, Everton.
Yeah.
Fulham, Bournemouth. Who else is a fucking giant killer down there? Sheffield United. You don't want to be as a championship supporter. You do not want to be your standard average fucking championship club down there next season.
Yeah.
It is going to be fucking difficult.
To be honest, I'm probably glad we're going down to the freaking second division for a season.
Yeah, probably. You know what? You guys are probably going to save yourself. It's everyone coming up from League One that are going to be sitting there going, I don't want to win this season.
Yeah, this one's shit. I'm pretty sure.
The League One kids are going to struggle.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I just can't see Newcastle.
Yeah, Watford are down there. No, Watford won't go down.
No, Watford won't go down.
Watford won't go down.
I just don't. I think Newcastle. They need to stick with Eddie Howe. I think he's proven it numerous times that he can get them out.
He needs time. I think they've basically all but written this season off. They're not fussed if they get the drop.
No, it's let's get it done. They've probably definitely looked at who's off contract, and gone. Let's just see it out. Piss them off at the end of the season because they're not here for next year. And
they'll give him funds in January though.
100%. Yeah, I think they will. And then the final one, talking about Christmas and talking about January and someone who may not see January.
Rafa Benitez.
Rafa Benitez and Everton are struggling big time. 3-1 to Crystal Palace. That's a big loss. That's a big loss. So, interesting to see what comes out of that. It was fiery. It was very controversial, which was good to see. But
I think the players want him gone.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
they're playing like a team who fucking just doesn't respect their manager.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
The writing's on the wall.
Yeah. Gallagher.
It's not if it's going to happen. It's when it's going to happen.
It's going to be interesting to see where Gallagher ends up next year for frigging Crystal Palace because he's a great striker. He's looking tidy. So it'll be very interesting to see where he ends up next year. What was I going to say? Actually, I apologise. He's a midfielder, not a striker. That's my bad. But he's looking really good. Playing some great football. He's super quick, super agile on his feet and that as well. So,
and you know what? Vieira's doing wonders with him to keep him mid-table.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach. Arteta should learn from him. Arteta should learn from him. Maybe go on his...
Well, but Arteta learned from the best, mate, because he learned from the fucking best.
Yeah, so did friggin' him. So did Vieira.
I just don't understand why Arsenal and Kroenke are still clutching at straws to fucking keep him.
Yeah, I don't know either. No idea.
It's not working.
No, totally agree.
Hasn't been working for over 12 months.
No, it's just, yeah.
Fucking kick it in the ass, write the season off, and fucking start again.
Very much so. Matchday 17 sees Brentford United, Norwich Villa, City Leeds, Brighton Wolves, Crystal Palace Southampton, Burnley Watford, Arsenal West Ham, Leicester Tottenham, which would be an absolute cracker, Chelsea Everton, and Liverpool.
He's gone if he loses that.
Liverpool over the Toon. Here we go. Friday 7 o'clock. Friday fixtures. Happy days. Got to love Friday. Midweek football's fantastic. All kicks off on Wednesday morning at 6:30 with Brentford, United, Norwich, Aston Villa.
I'll call it now. If Benitez loses to Chelsea, he's gone. He's gone.
No, I think there's one more. He's got one more up his sleeve.
You reckon against Leicester?
I think it's Leicester. I think because Chelsea the top team at the moment. Yeah, they might be sitting third, but they're top. They're one of the top teams.
I reckon Everton will pull the trigger after the Chelsea game. It gives them 2 weeks to find a manager to be able to come in and use money in the transfer window in January.
Yeah, I don't know.
It will be after the Chelsea game.
Yeah. See, I think... Yeah, see, I'm going Leicester. I'm going Leicester because it'd be... you'd hope they beat Burnley and then they play the Toon. And for me, that's like an interim club. Get the assistant in or whatever. Or worst case scenario, they give him until Leicester. and if he loses Leicester, he's gone.
Yeah.
And he'll play the 2 shit games while they find a friggin' manager, whilst they bring in a full-time replacement if they don't friggin' stick with their assistant.
Yeah, with an interim.
Yeah, so I'll just like Leicester will happen. They get beat by Leicester, and the club will just go, he's done. Let's go ahead with what we were planning 2 weeks ago. So yeah, unfortunately, it'd be sad to see him go because he's been doing fucking some great things this season with Everton as a Liverpool fan. So hopefully he can march on. He's not going to march on to any real other rivals. He's not going to get a United job. So such a shame. But yeah, anyway, friggin' we're rambling on as we always do. Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham, United, Arsenal make up the 6. Tottenham, Leicester, Wolves, Brentford, Brighton, pretty much round out the 10. And then you've got Crystal Palace, Villa, Everton, Leeds, Southampton, Watford, and then obviously Burnley, Newcastle, and Norwich to round out the bottom 3 in the relegation. That's why I think, because as I said, they've got to get through Chelsea, Leicester, and then Burnley, Newcastle, which is the 2 bottom sides. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to him then. Anyway,
I don't think they'll risk it.
Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much friggin' us. We'll obviously touch on a bit of football news before we obviously round out. Down to the final 16 of the Champions League, which is very exciting for me. Considering
I tend to not follow it or give a shit about it.
Yeah, no.
It's never been something I've kept pretty well close. That and UEFA.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I just like watching some of the best players in the world. You know what I mean? It's probably the only time I really watch them play. Your Lewandowskis and stuff like that. It's good to watch them play and shit like that. But Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United. Oh, my bad. I was reading off the fucking wrong thing. Don't mind me. Those teams are definitely in it. Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid are the top seeds. So they're the top team, top 6.
Yes.
Who won their respective groups, and they will be followed by Manchester United. No, sorry. Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG, Sporting Lisbon, flogs, Chelsea, Red Bull Salzburg, Villarreal, and obviously the Eagles themselves, friggin' Benfica. I'm praying for a red-on-red final. Tell ya, mate, scraped in by the friggin' skin of our teeth. I watched that game. It was hard. That was hard, Yaka. That was almost like watching the 2005 friggin' Champions League final in Istanbul. Edge of your seat. It was chaos.
Don't bring that up.
Holy shit, we're going to lose this friggin' match, and then ended up friggin' scraping through by the skin of our teeth, thank Christ. So yeah, it'll be good to see what happens there. Some interesting matchups. We could see Ronaldo versus Messi is a possibility. Manchester United and PSG, that could be interesting. And then obviously a few of the other ones as well that could be interesting. You know, you look at your Bayern Munich's against Chelsea, that'd be interesting. The fact that Chelsea comes second just fathoms me. Can't believe that. They should have friggin' topped their group. Atletico Madrid actually made the top 8. That was amazing. Couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
They played shit football, like so bad. Inter Milan is going to be a dark horse for me. I think they're going to be definitely one to watch. Inter Milan are playing some good football. Pretty much I think they only got beat by Bayern Munich. So, what do you expect? Red Bull Salzburg as well. Probably another good one to watch. So, what do we got? Yes, we saw him a few years ago. Yeah, very cool. Anyway, other than that, guys, we are going to friggin' slowly wrap it up for the year. It is our final show, as we said. We will go take a break for a couple of weeks, give or take. During that time, I will be relocating to Newcastle. So yes, you will be able to see me at the Newcastle Jets games. Feel free. I don't bite.
Hard.
I don't accept hugs. I accept beers. So feel free. Bring me a beer.
Beer and a firm handshake.
Especially if they're over $8. Freaking, you can buy the beers. No, don't handshake. I freaking elbow these days. Just give me a nice little freaking elbow. You're all good. Don't know where you've been. Just, a bit of an elbow pump. We'll be fine.
Just put some hand sanitizer in your pocket, mate. You'll be right.
Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, no, it'll be
Just
good.
don't fucking get it in your drink.
It will be good to be back home. Exciting times ahead for us, me, my family, and so forth. We'll be back home. We'll be in God's country.
And now, exciting things for me and mine.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Friggin' new job and everything else. That'd be fucking exciting.
So for those that aren't aware, I now have this one's job. And I got it fair and fucking square.
Yeah, didn't even say anything. Yeah, kept it quiet, so...
We kept it quiet. And we knew each other. But I got it fucking fair and square.
Absolutely. I definitely know who's getting the better deal out of that one. That'd be me. Have fun with that. Nah.
Yeah, but it's much better than where I am.
Yeah, 100%. Nah, they're good. They're a good company to work for. You'll be fine. Other than that, guys, be sure we'll be around. We'll float. As I said, I'll be back up over Christmas and stuff like that. Probably miss the Boxing Day game because I'll be driving up and be absolutely knackered. But New Year's Day, definitely, I'll be there. Coast is away, I'll definitely be there.
Wonder if there's a game on while I'm up there on the Friday. Oh, no, probably flying home Friday night.
You'll be flying home Friday night. You'll probably find a midweek one.
Huh?
You'll probably find a midweek one.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the Christmassy... Well, yeah, maybe. But yeah, so anyway, other than that, be sure to go like us on Facebook. Go check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor. Friggin', mate, we've got the works now. I struggle to friggin' remember.
Google, Stitcher, Apple.
Mate, we're all over it. We're all over it. We're all on the platforms. As I said, we'll be back in the new year. We are going to revamp the podcast. It's been pretty stale over the last friggin' month or so. It's been a long year. Don't get us wrong. I'm absolutely spent. I'm knackered. I need a break. And I'm sure Betty does too. So, yeah, in the new year, we will change things up a bit. We'll go sit down and over the Christmas period and stuff like that and try and come up with some sort of idea of a new concept, etc. That you hopefully...
It's going to be more structured.
Yeah, a lot more structured as well. You know what I mean? We do just sort of chip...
And we will be imposing very strict time limits. So there will be no waffling.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, stay away from the Argyle house, everyone. Friggin' COVID hotspot. Don't go anywhere near there. Bloody hell. So as I said, it's going to be structured. It's going to be hopefully for you guys a lot easier to listen to and so forth, and a lot easier for us to deliver, which is a big thing as well.
It also helps us with preparation beforehand.
Exactly right. If you guys are obviously, as we said, we're going to be off for a couple of weeks, so we won't be producing sort of interviews and stuff like that on Spotify, etc. If you guys do want your weekly podcast fix, I cannot recommend enough checking out Chris McPherson and the guys over at the Mad Sports Fans podcast, where they will go through absolutely everything. They've literally released their first episode today on Spotify and Anchor.fm. As I said, guys, it is the Mad Sports Fan podcast. I might just get Ben to type that in there, just so it's there.
About to do you one better.
Beautiful. Chris and I and Ben go way back. Friggin' Chris has been part of the show at the very, very beginning.
The old days in Radelaide.
Yeah, when we sat down with Joel Griffiths himself and friggin' had a good chat with him. So there it is down there. Thanks, Benny. To be sure, go check those guys out. Not only will you get your football fix, but you'll get everything in sport in general. So if you love, like me, and you love your sport regardless, you'll get everything from cricket to rugby league to friggin' union, fucking Formula One, everything. So the boys are going to get on top of that. We'll join them in the new year for obviously some football chat and everything else. I've already spoken to them about that. But yeah, that'll obviously help you guys throughout the Christmas, New Year's period. Before we go, I did say, give us 3 things that you want for Christmas. We will let you guys do that right now as we finally wrap up the show. So yeah, just 3 things that you want for Christmas, whether it's something, what you're expecting, a gift, a win, stuff like that. As I said, for me, I want to be sort of moving up the ladder in the championship with Derby. Would be fantastic. A few more wins would be great. A few more wins for the Jets would be even better. Fantastic. And definitely my Lynx Africa pack. Don't forget me Lynx Africa pack. Maybe some Jets merchandise as well. But other than that, what was I going to say? I totally forgot what the hell I was about to say. And I totally forgot it. What do we got down here? In 1991, the Screaming Jets had the hit song Better. Oh, I love the Jets. Jets to beat Wanderers on Boxing Day. There you go. That's a good one. That is a beauty. Get on top of that. As we said, that's what I was going to say. Totally forgot. Big shout out to Gabriel Ma, optometrist at Jasmine, major sponsor of the show. Be sure to go check those guys out. They will be shut, obviously, on the public holidays, but that'll be about it. But yeah, go check those guys out down there at Jasmine for all your eye care needs. Blue light glasses like we've got on our head right now, prescription sunnies, etc. The works, they'll sort you out down there, Gabe and the guys. Other than that, yeah, we will catch you guys in the new year with the podcast itself. As I said, we won't be shy. Luckily enough for us, we'll have a bit of help from the Newcastle Jets themselves. So we do thank those guys in the media for giving us obviously the audio from their press conferences and so forth through the week. So we will get those out still through out the Christmas period. They
may not always be on a Thursday/Friday.
Yeah. Again, that just strictly depends on when we get them.
It depends on when we get sent them.
Yeah.
And I do my best to get them out relatively quick.
Correct. So yeah, other than that, guys, if we don't speak to you or hear from you or see you around over the Christmas New Year's period, make sure you guys enjoy your Chrissy and New Year's. Drink plenty, drink responsibly.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Absolutely. Cheers again.
Keep
Benny.
an eye on our socials as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Benny will be still around, floating around with his corner flag game stuff and so forth on a Friday, Sunday afternoon. So be sure to jump on that and check him out. Other than that, enjoy your Chrissy, New Year's and so forth. Cheers again, Benny, for the year.
Not a problem, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. You too.
Muchly appreciated, as always. Be sure to go check out Benny Corner Flag Games. Absolute pleasure. We'll sit here and rattle off all the frigging people that are important at the moment. So yeah, be sure to go check out Benno. Save the Humans. Big shout out to those guys and a Merry Christmas to them for giving us a bit of their music and so forth for the intros and outros. They are playing pretty much all through the Christmas period. I think they've got a couple of shows coming up, so be sure to check them out. They play pretty regularly at the Hamilton Station Hotel in Newcastle. Go check them out over there if you can, or you can find them on Spotify, etc. as well if you just want to listen to their music in the car or whatever. As we said, Gabriel Ma, optometrist, and pretty much, everyone else who's been involved with the show for the year, from the you guys listening to it, to everyone who subscribes, like the page.
To all the guests that we've had on throughout the year as well.
Yeah, all the guests. As we said, the Newcastle Jets, big shout out to those guys for allowing us to have some interviews with the players and staff, etc. throughout the year. As well as I said, just icons, your Andy Robertses, your Benny Homers, your Adam Peacocks, your Andy Harpers, just generally nice guys, outside of the football bubble. Simon Hill was an absolute pleasure as well, and so many I'm sure I've missed. But yeah, other than that, guys, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed the year. We'll be back bigger and better next year, hopefully, and we'll see you around at a football game in the not near distant future. So enjoy your Chrissy New Year's, guys. Have a good one. Thank you very much for
Merry
watching.
Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, and we'll speak to you guys real soon. Take it easy, and as always,
we hate Coast Scum.
We hate Coast Scum.
We hate Coast Scum.
See you on the 15th of January. Catch you later, guys. See ya.
Happy New Year.